darling.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Right, so I've got a few questions.
Fire away.
What have you been up to recently?
I've been rehearsing for my tour. I'm going around the world in slightly more than 80 days. I'm touring tour in September.
And do you like being on tour, or do you find it very tedious now?
Oh no, it's good fun. I mean, it's it's only the third time in all those years that I've been going. Third time I've ever been out on my own, you know, playing my music to people, so it's still a bit of a novelty to me.
And do you take your wife with you?
Well, do you want to come? No, yes, I'm taking the wife, the family, you know, Lily, and we're taking it around the world, the whole family, and my kids will come to Australia, I hope, so it'll be a bit of a family do, yeah.
Good. And in Japan, you're going there, aren't you, next week, isn't it? Because Japan's yeah. How do you enjoy being there?
Very nice. I love the food, you see, so it's tailor-made for me. It's wonderful going there. I mean, I've only been there about 4 times, I suppose, and it's so different from everywhere else that you really do feel like you're away from home. So it's very interesting.
A lot of people say that you just work all the time, non-stop. Do you?
Well, I don't work as much as everybody think I do. There is the odd, you know, time. I try to make, especially now with Lily, you know, like he's only barely a year old. I try to make time to be at home much more, but it's just that the things that, you know, I did a track for Tears for Fears, that gets put out as a single, people mention that I'm on it, and it appears that took a long time. In fact, it only took about 6 or 7 hours of my time. Same with Eric Clapton, I did a track on his album, that took the same kind of time. And the fact they're always playing your stuff on the radio implies that you're always busy, but really you just make the album once, and then... So there's I have a lot of time off, much more than people realise, I think.
And what do you do when you're having your time off?
Well, I play with my trains, Paula.
Do not.
Well, I've got a model railway, actually, which sounds a soppy thing to do, but actually it's good fun. It's completely different from anything else I do. And so I go down there and paint my people, and I make my little models, and I make my own little world down there. That's very exciting.
And is it a big one?
Yes.
In fact, I've just had this hideous feeling of déjà vu. Doesn't Eric Clapton play with your train as well?
No, he's been down to look at it, but he hasn't played with it.
I remember him once going on about your train.
Really? No, he's been down to look at it because he was quite impressed that I actually did it. Because it's the kind of thing you sort of think, yes, Phil Collins has got his train. I went to the place I actually bought my models from, thought that I got somebody else to build the models. You know, like I'd delegate this train set. In fact, I'd do it. You know, and when people are quite impressed when they see it, it's very nice.
And what are you going to be doing the rest of today?
Well, after I've finished this,
yes,
I shall be eventually going home, I hope, and then doing nothing. I've got to think about packing, you see.
Poor thing. Right, so we're now going to have another song, and I Can Barely Wait. It's called Here He Is with his second track. It's Phil Collins and I Wish It Would Rain.
For all the rain we've been getting, we've had a lot, haven't we? Too much.
But we're still going to have a drought in the summer.
Yeah, so we believe. As long as the sun's shining with it, that's all that counts. Thank you very much to everybody in Japan. Thank you to Mako Tanaka and also the Barbie Boys. Let's have a round of applause, please, for our guests in Japan. Thank you. You're determined to pick up on everything, aren't you?
Yeah.
And thanks also for the faxes. We've got one here which says, Dear Paula Sama and Bruno Chun.
That probably means something appalling, by the way.
Thanks for the best show on Super Channel. There you are, Hit Studio International, David Stedel, who's from West Germany. So thank you for that. We'll send you a T-shirt through the post. And thank you to you, Michael. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you. It's been great being here.
You flew in from the States, didn't you?
Yeah, we're doing a little tour here now. We're playing London Town and Country Club on Wednesday, 21st.
Have a good show. Thanks very much indeed. Okay, don't forget to send us a fax this time next week, and
we won't send you one back.
That's a shame. We'd love to. We're going to leave you with 808 State. Thanks for watching Hit Studio. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, Japan.
Hello again. All right.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, now, for those of you who've just, decided to stay with us for another minute, we'll let you know what's on next week's show. Gary Glitter is on next week's show. Now, Gary is one heck of an exhibitionist, and he'll be with us on the programme next week. UDO are going to be with us. Happy Monday, so an up-and-coming band here in the UK. Ultra Nate.
Natto.
Yeah? What?
Natto.
Ultra Nate.
Yes.
Whatever you say, lovey. QRZ, Titio, who is the half-sister of Nena Cherry. She comes from Sweden. She'll be on the show as well. And also the Outlaw Posse. So that's Hit Studio International next week. Fantastic. I mean, you don't want to go home now, do you, Michael?
You just want to stay?
No, I'm going to stay for another week for the show. Oh, yeah.
We could
arrange
that. Thanks very much. So we'll see you next Friday, same time, 6:30 Central European Time for Hit Studio International. Have a nice night.
Bye.
Bye.